the noses of the Trinamool Congress into the dirt, which is part, of course, of the United Opposition Alliance, which is trying to give a fight to the NDA. If Lalu was in a soup over his son's land dealings, Trinamool Congress chief and Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee may face inquiries with relation to her nephew Abhishek Banerjee. Times Now has accessed a series of documents that suggest that Abhishek Banerjee's company Leaps and Bounds Private Limited received from a realtor called Raj Kishore Modi. This individual is under investigation for criminal activities including land grabbing and attempt to murder. Let me bring in Navika Kumar at this point. Navika, these are the documents and they tell a story.
That's right, Rahul. Documents with Times Now show that Raj Kishore Modi invested more than ₹1 crore in Abhishek Banerjee's company. And let me take you through these documents. These are the income tax details. This is the company Green Tech IT City that belongs to Raj Kishore. May I prove to you how this belongs to Mr. Raj Kishore? This is the balance sheet and this is Raj Kishore Modi, director. His signature right here. This is Green Tech IT City Private Limited and Raj Kishore Modi's signature right here. And this company Green Tech IT City, which is in real estate business, has given this money. 1,15,16,900 rupees with a tax deducted at source of 11,51,690 rupees under section 194J, which is the section for commission being paid. So Green Tech IT City, a real estate company, pays 1 crore 15 lakh rupees to a company belonging to Abhishek Banerjee, because this is the Form 26 AS of Leaps and Bounds Private Limited. And if my camera person can focus on this, Leaps and Bounds Private Limited Form 26 AS, this company Green Tech IT City has donated 1.15 crore in commissions in the year 2012-2013. And just tell me who was the director and owner, promoter of this company, Leaps and Bounds Private Limited, Abhishek Banerjee, and this is promoter director. These are the details. Leaps and Bounds Private Limited, Abhishek Banerjee is the owner and he's the promoter. And look at the year when this signature comes in. This signature comes in on the 5th day of April 2012, and here is Abhishek Banerjee's signature. Abhishek Banerjee, when he was the director of Leaps and Bounds Private Limited, gets 1.15 crore rupees from Green Tech IT City. Now let me tell you, Rahul, what is this Green Tech IT City? Green Tech IT City is a company that belongs to Raj Kishore Modi. Raj Kishore Modi is somebody who was involved in the Vedic village.
Yes.
Vedic village, which is built on 44 acres of land. There are dubious links to how this land was acquired. There was arson, there were weapons found on this Vedic village, and also there are charges against Raj Kishore Modi. Well, Raj Kishore Modi, what are the charges against him? Clearly, Rahul, you can show the man Raj Kishore Modi who's on the screen.
Yes, he's there on our screen, Navika. This man is controversial to say the least. Many years ago, it was Mamata Banerjee who agitated, and it was a fiery protest. Navika, you will remember that protest when she stood outside with a group of supporters outside that resort, and she basically charged him with usurping the land of the poor. At that time, Mamata Banerjee was fighting for the rights of those that had been dispossessed, whether it was Nandigram or Shingur. And this was another individual she picked upon. And this individual, she said, was a usurper, a land shark, who had profited from the desperation and the depravity of the poor. that particular area, and she said that this individual was profiting and he should go to jail. So Raj Kishore, Navika, you're saying, and this is very, very critical, was an investor later on, at least 3 years later, in her nephew's company. This is shocking. It's a shocking 360-degree turn, really, a flip. That's what you're saying, Navika, isn't it?
That's right. In fact, Rahul, this Raj Kishore Modi is somebody that Mamata Banerjee wanted the National Investigation Agency, NIA, to investigate.
Shocking.
You want NIA to investigate Raj Kishore Modi, Miss Mamata Banerjee, the West Bengal Chief Minister, and in turn, the same Raj Kishore Modi's company is doing business with your nephew's company. Raj Kishore Modi's company, Green Tech IT City, once again has this money coming in from Green Tech IT City into Abhishek Banerjee's company. Abhishek Banerjee, as we showed you these Form 32 papers from the Registrar of Companies, Abhishek Banerjee in 2012 was a promoter director, and it was in the same year 2012-2013 that Green Tech IT City got 1.15 crore. Now let me tell you another angle to this entire story. Before we move on, let me tell you just who is the auditor of Leaps and Bounds. Leaps and Bounds is audited by a chartered accountant whose name is Ashok Tulsian and Associates. Ashok Tulsian. This is his signature, ladies and gentlemen. Ashok Tulsian, who has audited the accounts of Leaps and Bounds Private Limited. Leaps and Bounds Private Limited, chartered accountant, his membership number, his firm, and his signature all here, A.K. Tulsian. This is the man who is the chartered accountant. And may I show you Green Tech IT City's shareholders on 31st of March 2016. Ashok Kumar Tulsian, son of Nand Kishore Tulsian. Ashok Kumar Tulsian, HUF, Judicial Consultants, again registered in Ashok Kumar Tulsian's office address, which is P8 Chaurangi Square. The same address another company runs, Judicious Consultants Private Limited, P8 Chaurangi Square, Swastik Center, 4th floor. So this is also a company of Ashok Kumar Tulsian. Pratik Tulsian, whose father is Ashok Kumar Tulsian. So another member of the Tulsian family owns shares. Sheila Tulsian, wife of Ashok Kumar Tulsian. Sheila Tulsian, also a shareholder in Green Tech IT City. And look at them. If you look at the total number of shares of 19,51,667, 35% of the shares are owned by Ashok Kumar Tulsian, who is the chartered accountant of Abhishek Banerjee. What does this really mean, Rahul? It clearly shows that 35% of Raj Kishore Modi, and let me show you another name. Raj Kishore Modi's name here also in the list of directors. Raj Kishore Modi, father's name late Jagannath Modi at Madan Mohan, Taila Street, Kolkata. He owns 6,250 shares. So Raj Kishore Modi and the chartered accountant of Abhishek Banerjee both own stakes in the same company, Green Tech IT City, which is paying commission to Abhishek Banerjee's
Let me just quickly recap this. This is very, very important news. Our managing editor, Navika Kumar, accessing these documents. What do these documents show in a nutshell? Document 1 in my hand seems to suggest that a man who is being tried and investigated for attempt to murder and land grabbing, grave improprieties, is an investor in a company that is run or was run till a few years ago by Mamata Banerjee's nephew, Abhishek Banerjee. That's right. Believe it or not, a tainted individual is an investor in Abhishek Banerjee's company, a company that is today managed by his closest associates. Because when Abhishek Banerjee became a member of parliament, he withdrew from this company, but in favor of some of his own associates and wife. The company itself is registered at Mamata Banerjee's home. We'll come to that. But Navika, what is significant to note here is that Abhishek Banerjee's own aunt, the Chief Minister of Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, wanted this individual jailed, wanted this individual called Modi jailed. He was for her an outlaw, and in fact this individual was arrested and he in fact went to jail. Today is out on bail. That same individual today has become an investor in her Bhatija's firm. This is yet another Bhatija who is bringing notoriety to his own family, and this time the family is a very well heralded family. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is no lightweight, Navika, no lightweight in politics. Today, she is the fulcrum.
Not at all.
She is the fulcrum of the opposition's charge.
Not at all. And let me take you through another piece of investigation that we've done. Now look at this company, Leaps and Bounds, where Abhishek Banerjee resigned when he became the Member of Parliament, and this is his cessation notice. Cessation as Director Abhishek Banerjee. And when did that happen? That happened on 31st January 2014. These are the details given right here. Abhishek Banerjee, cessation notice of Form 32. He ceases to be a director, and on 31st of January 2014, he ceases to be a director of Leaps and Bounds Private Limited. And if you can now focus, Arjun, on this computer, Leaps and Bounds Private Limited, this is the company, and look who are the directors. Let me get in the directors. Here it is, directors and owners. Lata Banerjee, who's a director, who's the sister-in-law of Mamata Banerjee, lives in the same house that Mamata Banerjee lives, 30B Harish Chatterjee Street, Kolkata, 700026, West Bengal. Amit Banerjee, director, since 2nd January, the day after his son resigned, Amit Banerjee became the director on Leaps and Bounds on 2nd January 2014, and he lives on the same address, 30B Harish Chatterjee Street, Kalighat, Kolkata. Rujira Banerjee, again director since Friday, August 2014, 30B Harish Chatterjee Street, Kolkata, wife of Abhishek Banerjee. So Abhishek Banerjee may have exited the company, but Ruchira Banerjee, Amit Banerjee, Lata Banerjee, all of whom reside in Mamata Banerjee's residence address at 30B Harish Chatterjee Street, all of them have the same address, and they are directors in Leaps and Bounds. And
so you're saying, Navika, let's get this right.
From Green Tech IT
Are you
City.
saying that the tentacles of taint are scratching at the Chief Minister's doorstep? That's what you're saying. What you're saying is that this company in which this tainted individual has invested, its directors are shown to be residing in the Chief Minister's residence. Is that what you're saying, Navika? Because that way, this story is getting closer to the Bengal Chief Minister. Her nephew is receiving commissions from an individual, and let's pull out that flow chart, and you're going to see it on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. We're putting that out, and it's such a convenient circle of commission, and we are calling it that, the circle of commission. Mamata Banerjee in 2009 advocated the arrest of Raj Kishore Modi, director of Green Tech IT City Private Limited. We have documents to show that even now Green Tech IT City is a company owned by Raj Kishore Modi. In 2012-2013, he pays 1.15 crores as commission into a company called Leaps and Bounds Private Limited. The current owner at this moment is Abhishek's wife, who happens to be, of course, married to Abhishek Banerjee. Who is Abhishek Banerjee? He's the nephew of Mamata Banerjee. It doesn't get closer. And when this money was put into this company, Leaps and Bounds. It was owned by Abhishek Banerjee, nephew of Mamta Banerjee. So Mamta Banerjee wanted this man arrested, but her nephew is accepting wealth, money in commissions from the same individual. How ironical. In the middle of all of this is a man called Ashok Tulsian. Who is Ashok Tulsian? Ashok Tulsian is the auditor for Leaps and Bounds Private Limited, and he is a director in Green Tech ICT City Private Limited, which is a company owned by the shady Raj Kishore Modi, who is under investigation. This is an extremely cozy circle of commissions, and Navika, this is going to have significant impact on the politics going forward in the next few days. Even in Parliament, I can tell you this, because Lalu Prasad, and we saw when his son's name came up in connection with shady land deals, he had to pay a price. What is the price that Mamta Banerjee will have to pay? Will she have to ensure that this individual, her own nephew, is stripped of his MPship? Who knows? But the demand will be made. Let us not forget, this is a circle of commission. It's on our screens. Ladies and gentlemen, Navika has more on this story. Navika.
That's right, and these in my hand are papers which show us the shareholding pattern of Green Tech IT City. If Arjun can focus, this is the name and registered office address of the company Green Tech IT City Private Limited. This is at Upper Wood Street, Kolkata, West Bengal, and look at who is the director, Modi Kishore Raj. This is Raj Kishore Modi, who is the director, and look at this, Green Tech IT City Private Limited, Ashok Kumar Tulsian, who is a director, promoter, and became a director on the 29th of September 2012. 2012 is a very significant date because it was in 2012 that Green Tech IT City put in 1.15 crore into Leaps and Bounds Private Limited, who at that time belonged to Abhishek Banerjee. This was in the year 2012-2013. 26 AS details which clearly show that Green Tech IT City put 1.15 crore into as commissions under 194J.
So basically what you're saying, Navika, is that Abhishek Banerjee cannot distance himself. The chartered accountant
was the director.
Yeah, so what you're saying is that Abhishek Banerjee cannot distance himself from this company even now, because it's his wife, it's his father, it's his mother, and other members who are close to him who are still in charge of this company that is receiving money from a tainted individual who his aunt wanted jailed and continues to prosecute.
That's right. In 2009, Mamata Banerjee wanted Raj Kishore Modi completely arrested. She wanted the NIA to investigate him. She wanted very serious charges to be levied against him. And just a few years later, the same company, the same director are doing business with Abhishek Banerjee, her nephew who resides in her own house, directors of a company which reside in her own house at 30B Harish Chatterjee Road in Kolkata, which is the Chief Minister's residence, and the same company getting money from such a tainted leader.
I know, Navika, that you have been...
Rahul, even with Misha Bharti, when we exposed the Lalu land scandal, it was Misha Bharti's companies that were registered at the Tughlaq Road residence of Lalu Prasad Yadav.
I remember
That's why the link came in extremely close to Lalu Prasad Yadav. Now we are showing this, how Abhishek Banerjee, nephew of Mamta Banerjee, and his family living in the house of Mamta Banerjee are getting these monies in a firm registered at that address.
I am no authority, Navika, but we know that the commissions that this company that is managed by Abhishek Banerjee has received have come from very disparate industries, ranging from, potato sellers on the one side to airlines. I mean, he has a very wide portfolio of expertise. Now, I'm not going to stand in judgment of the work he has done. He might be even qualified to hold forth on a wide array of issues. He might be a great polymath, but I can't seem to understand why he would take money from a tainted individual who his own aunt wants jailed and prosecuted. Some people have told us that there is a underhand reason for this, and I don't want to get into any speculation and gossip, but you have been trying to reach out to these individuals. The first person that you have tried to reach out to is Abhishek Banerjee himself. Let's play out when Navika Kumar tried to approach Abhishek Banerjee's office. This is what transpired. Since then we haven't heard back from the office, and you can make out that the attempt was very sincere on our part to try and get a word, a comment from Abhishek Banerjee. I hope he comes out and speaks to us now after he watches this expose. Let's play that out.
Hello?
Hello?
Am I speaking with Mr. Abhishek Banerjee?
No, I'm speaking from his office. Who's this?
Navika Kumar from Times Now. Which number can I get in touch with him in?
No, this is his office number.
This is his office number.
Is there anything that I can anything that I can convey to him?
Which number? There are two other numbers listed. Will he be available on this number?
I don't think so.
And 901.
No, you're not going to get in that number either.
So which number can I contact him on?
Are you telling me I'll convey your message to him?
No, I need to speak to him.
Then I'll connect the call with you.
I need to speak to him urgently.
And you're Navika Kumar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me talk to him. If he insists on talking to you, then I'll connect the call with you.
Can you speak to him? I'll hold on.
Not now. He's not with me right now. I'll talk to him in a while. And
Is he in Kolkata or is he in Delhi?
call with you.
Is he in Kolkata or Delhi?
That I cannot tell you.
I mean, you can tell me, is he in Parliament or is he in Kolkata?
No. I'm so sorry, I cannot tell you. Let me just talk to him once.
Okay, you have my number. Can you please call me back?
Sure, if he insists on talking to you, I will definitely.
Well, he has a problem in talking to journalists?
I don't know about that. Let me talk to him.
Okay.
And according whatever he suggests, I'll do that accordingly.
All right.
Well, Navika, this call went out in the afternoon. You haven't heard back from Abhishek Banerjee. Obviously, he doesn't think that...
No, my numbers registered with them. I've requested for a call back. No call back from Abhishek Banerjee. And I've even asked him the question, does a member of parliament have a problem in speaking to journalists? Well, despite that,
he might have known.
No come back from Abhishek
He might have
Banerjee.
known. He might be drawing up with his counsel really some sort of a court case or something. I don't know, but or a deliberated response. And I'm sure that the TMC will start tweeting. Let me go across to Tamal. Tamal Saha joins us from Kolkata, West Bengal. Also Shreyasi. Both of them have been trying to get responses at various levels. Tamal, over to you first. We've been trying to contact Mr. Abhishek Banerjee. We have put out this story. The story is extremely grave because it suggests, and I just want to quickly recap this story. The documents in our hands seem to suggest that Abhishek Banerjee was paid commission of over 1 crore by a man who his own aunt wants jailed for all sorts of dubious activities. The entire flow chart, the circle of commission as we call it here on Times Now, is out there for anyone to see. It's a ready reckoner. It breaks down the whole story within a few graphs. Now, what is Abhishek Banerjee telling you? Have you spoken? Have you followed up? Because they were supposed to get back to us. You heard the conversation. No response. Has the TMC volunteered to give any sort of reaction? Is the Chief Minister's office wanting to react? Give us a breakdown. Tamal.
Well, Rahul, Abhishek Banerjee, yes, you have tried touch basing with his office and nobody seemed interested responding to our queries. At the same time, the Chief Minister, of course, she is now touring North Bengal, she is not in town. But as far as Trinamool Congress is concerned, they do not generally respond to queries coming out from stories which are not clearly in their favor. So you're not expecting a direct response coming in from Trinamool Congress as early as now because you have just broken the story. But Rahul, very important thing is, important crucial link at this juncture, as Navika was also mentioning, the name of Ashok Tulsian. Now, Ashok Tulsian is a very crucial person who is known to be one of the right-hand persons of Abhishek Banerjee. He knows Abhishek Banerjee pretty well, and he is a big shot chartered accountant in Kolkata. I tried connecting with him. In fact, for the past 1 week or even more, we have been doing research, doing this investigation, meeting with people, and there was a sense around that we are approaching the story which involves certain key people, including Abhishek Banerjee and Ashok Tulsian. So this afternoon, when we went to Ashok Tulsian's office, very strange, the security person told me that no sir has told us that no media people would be allowed inside the office. I asked the security person as when did he inform him. He said last Saturday, which means by last Saturday he knew that something was coming his way, and he was inside his office. If he wanted to clear the air or wanted to clear the doubts or confusion, whatever he wishes to call them, but then rather than choosing to do so, rather than inviting us or having a one-to-one conversation, he chose to turn us down. He was there inside the office and he did not entertain any question. He did not even entertain our presence. So yes, what I have picked up from our sources, Ashok Tulsian had been associated with Abhishek Banerjee for a very long period in time. In fact, he doesn't directly deal with Abhishek Banerjee at times. There is another person who comes between Abhishek Banerjee and Ashok Tulsian and who kind of deals with all the money that comes in, money that goes out, investments, what to do, where not to do, where investment not to be done. So yes, it's a murky deal which is coming to light, and I use this word murky very consciously because had Ashok Tulsian been very clean, he could have entertained, at least taken our questions at the first place.
Absolutely, Tamal. Stay on with me. Navika has, of course, tried to touch base with all these individuals. Let's play out another sequence as we try to go after another individual key to this entire circle of commission, as we are calling it here. In this is a man called Raj Kishore Modi. Mamata Banerjee wants him jailed, wants him prosecuted. He has been arrested. He's out on bail. The case is going on against him. She did a big dharna many years ago outside his great big offices where he had supposedly usurped land. It led to a little bit of violence. This man was subsequently then arrested. This man now invests in her Bhatija's company, pays him commission. God alone knows for what. What was the service rendered? We don't know. Some people are saying, and they're obviously trying to play this story, Navika, in a way to make it chatpata, as they would say, trying to say that this was hush money. But I'm not getting into all of that. We're not going to validate. We want to hear from those people on record. Here is Shreyasi putting a mic in the face of Raj Kishore Modi, the man who has put this money, who has given this commission, who has paid this commission. Let's see.
You're Mr. Raj Kishore Modi, right?
Yeah.
So you're the director of Green Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah. In between 2012 and 2013, sum of around 1.15 crore was given to a company called Leaps and Bounds. If you could confirm that for us. A company called Leaps and Bounds.
I'm not aware of this.
Huh?
I'm not aware of this. It's only our account people can say anything. I don't look after the...
Okay, so I would require certain information regarding this particular transaction that was made to Leaps and Bounds.
You have to check on this. I can't say that off the hand.
I can wait, that's not a problem.
No, you have to fix a time and come. You just cannot like in a bargain and just want to ever...
No, it's not about barging in, sir.
so
It's
you
just,
have to, yeah, so,
I mean,
so what
it's
is it?
my job as well, so it's not like I'm come here for any personal work. Basically on whether this amount was given to this company called Leaps and Bounds at all.
No, because it is not linked today. This is 5 years back.
Okay, so
Unless we check with our auditors, we have to come back to you.
are you aware of a company called Leaps and Bounds?
No, I'm not aware of it.
You're not aware of a company. If this company belongs to Mr. Abhishek Banerjee.
I'm not aware of this.
You're not aware of this at all. So when can I come back and meet you regarding this?
Next week?
Next week? Could you give me a date?
Give me your card, so I'll just...
I'm not carrying my card, but I'll leave it. I'll leave my name and number with
So I think
your
I'll just
secretary. Yeah. Okay.
Raj Kishore Modi, Navika says, I'm not even aware of Leaps and Bounds. He's telling Shreyasi that I'll come out to you, Shreyasi, in 30 seconds. But Navika, Why don't you just hold up a couple of papers? Maybe he'll refresh his memory. Maybe he suffers amnesia. Maybe it's convenient. Maybe money that he pays out is such small change for this man that he forgets paying 1.5 crores. Why wouldn't you just show up the papers so that we can refresh the memory?
When you are the
Yeah.
when you are the owner of 44 acres of land which has been dubiously got, when you have weapons, when you have arson going on in that resort, and when you are arrested on charges attempt to murder, then 1.15 crore is probably loose change that you forget to account for. But let me refresh the memory of Mr. Raj Kishore Modi. Mr. Raj Kishore Modi here is the director on the board of Green Tech City. His son Uday Modi is also a director. Between them, they own about 25,000 shares of this company. They have these shares that are there, and Ashok Kumar Tulsian, who owns 35% through himself and his companies, are also shareholders, and Ashok Kumar Tulsian is the chartered accountant of Leaps and Bounds Private Limited, which is Abhishek Banerjee's company. Leaps and Bounds, this is Ashok Kumar Tulsian, who's here as a chartered accountant of Leaps and Bounds. He is also here as director of Ashok Kumar Tulsian, director of Green Tech IT City. I can also show Mr. Raj Kishore Modi. These are the documents of the ownership annual returns of Green Tech IT City, where Mr. Raj Kishore Modi is a director, and where Mr. Ashok Kumar Tulsian and his companies, Judicious Consultants Limited, Widrick Realty Limited, Ashok Kumar Tulsian, HUF, all of them are members and directors and shareholders in the company of Raj Kishore Modi. So Raj Kishore Modi not knowing what Leaps and Bounds is really astonishing at this point, because it's all listed here. And Form 32, Ashok Kumar Tulsian, the chartered accountant of Abhishek Banerjee's company, also a director on Raj Kishore Modi's company, and he owns through his family 35% of this company, Green Tech IT City. And Mr. Raj Kishore Modi does not know who Abhishek Banerjee is?
R.K. Modi should perhaps even sack Ashok Tulsian, because if he's a director in his company and the auditor of Mr. Abhishek Banerjee's company, obviously the director is not telling the proprietor. So, well, you can judge for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, the extent to which this individual has gone to obfuscate. Let's play out that sequence once again with Shreyasi. We should play that out because instructive. I just hope that Abhishek Banerjee now doesn't come out and say, I don't know which company you're talking about. I don't even own that company in which commissions were paid, because since everyone seems to be suffering amnesia, it's a disease that might go around very quickly. So let's first very clearly play out the confrontation between the man on your screens, Raj Kishore Modi, a tainted individual who's put money, 1.15 crores that has refreshed his memory, into Abhishek Banerjee's company some years ago. Abhishek Banerjee is the nephew, in case he has forgotten, of the Chief Minister of Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, a man who is wanted by the Chief Minister of Bengal. Look at the cozy arrangement. Let's play out that confrontation, and I want to play Shreyasi right after that.
You're Mr. Raj Kishore Modi, right?
Yeah.
So you're the director of Green Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah. In between 2012 and 2013, sum of around 1.15 crore was given to a company called Leaps and Bounds. If you could confirm that for us. A company called Leaps and Bounds.
I'm not aware of this.
Huh?
I'm not aware of this. This is only our account people can say. I don't look after the...
Okay, so I would require certain information regarding this particular transaction that was made to Leaps and Bounds.
You have to check on this. I can't say that off the hand.
I can wait, that's not a problem.
No, you have to fix a time and come. You just cannot like barge in and just want to ever...
No, it's not about barging in, sir. It's just, I mean, it's my job as well, so it's not like I'm coming up with any personal work. basically on whether this amount was given to this company called Leaps and Bounds at all.
Because it is not linked today, this is 5 years back.
Okay, so
Unless we check with our auditors, we have to come back to you.
are you aware of a company called Leaps and Bounds?
No, I'm not aware of it.
You're not aware of a company. This company belongs to Mr. Abhishek Banerjee.
I'm not aware of this.
You're not aware of this at all. So when can I come back and meet you regarding this?
Next week,
Next week? Could you give me a date?
give me your card like this, so I'll just let
I'm not carrying my card, but I'll leave it. I'll leave my name and number with
So I think I
your
can just let you
secretary.
know.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, his memory seems to be failing him by leaps and bounds. Shreyasi, I want to come straight out to you. Shreyasi, you met this man. Did he look cagey? Did he look worried? Did he look a bit unnerved?
Of course, he was extremely guarded. In fact, when my camera person and I visited his office at Green Tech IT City here in Kolkata, the receptionist particularly asked the cameraman to stay out because she saw the equipment that we were carrying, and she asked only that I could go visit Mr. Modi, who was sitting in his cabin. The minute I walked in and I asked him certain questions regarding the documents that we've accessed, with the numbers that are there on the paper that we have with us, the transaction that was made between 2012 and 2013, he got extremely agitated, he got very edgy, and he even went on to say that I can't just barge into his office. And we were politely waiting outside, we took his appointment, and then only we went inside his office. It's not like we just immediately opened the door to his cabin and walked in. But he was extremely agitated, and the more we asked him regarding this particular company, he shocked off. He said, I don't even know this company. And we asked him whether he knows Abhishek Banerjee. That too he denied, which is extremely strange because the amount that was paid to Abhishek Banerjee's Leaps and Bounds between 2012 and 2013 was a sum of 1.15 crore. It's not a small sum that one forgets, and being the director, if he's not even heard of this company, it's extremely strange then.
Absolutely. Documents accessed by Navika Kumar, a managing editor, point towards a very, very serious commission gate charge against the TMC. One of its MPs, not an ordinary MP, Abhishek Banerjee, has received money from a tainted individual. Abhishek Banerjee is the nephew of the Chief Minister of Bengal, Mamta Banerjee, from a man whose ID is on your screens, Raj Kishore Modi. Raj Kishore Modi is being prosecuted. He went to jail a few years ago. At whose instance did he go to jail? And that's where the irony steps in and fits in. At the instance of Mamta Banerjee. Today, her nephew has been found out accepting money from that same man. Why? Why was he taking money from an individual his aunt wants jailed? That is the fundamental question that needs to be answered. I want to quickly go across to Jayanta. Jayanta, this is not an ordinary story. This involves some of the biggest names today, not just cutting across the length and breadth of this country when it comes really to top of the mind recall politicians, but also, of course, a linchpin of the opposition's big Gathbandhan. Mamta Banerjee has been the prime orchestrator of a coalition against Prime Minister Modi's NDA. Jayanta, that's why this story gets so much bigger in context, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed, Rahul. In fact, Navika's story has huge impact, especially in the political scenario, not only in West Bengal, but at the center as well. Now, what was being whispered all this time, she has proven it. She has come out with the documents and shown it to the people concerned. Now, there are two aspects to it. Who is this particular person that we are talking about? In 2009, there was a known resort somewhere just on the outskirts of Kolkata, over 44 acres, as Navika was mentioning some times back. This was was known as the Vedic village. In August, that is in 2009, there was a football game that was going on, and suddenly there was a fight erupted over there with people sitting and watching the game. What was the fight about? An offside. Because the people who were against it, they said that it was not an offside, the goal should be counted. Then what happens? People start firing. One person dies. Who fired? The name of the person was Ghaffar Mullah, who was known to be a land mafia, known to be a land shark in that particular area. Where had those arms come out from? From Vedic village. And this was pointed out by no one else than Mamata Banerjee herself, who was in the opposition at that time. And she fought over it. She also said that Ghaffar Mullah has direct contact with this particular person who is today with her nephew only. So it was Mamata Banerjee herself who went over there to this place called Rajarhat. She pointed out the fact. She said that Ghaffar Mullah has some connection with Vedic village, and that is how he was storing his arms and ammunition inside, took them out, fired at the crowd over there on the local boys who were playing football. And today we find the same person holding hands with her nephew. Number two, where does Abhishek Banerjee stay? The address that he has given, yes, this is the place where the Chief Minister of West Bengal today also stays. It is, yes, part in the main city of Kolkata, but it's a very ramshackle place, but it is shared by Mamata Banerjee and her elder brother, who happens to be Abhishek Banerjee's father. Now, if you look at all this that has happened, is the CM aware of it? If not, then being the Chief Minister of West Bengal in her own house, how is this happening? And with a person she had pointed out,
Commission Gate is hitting the TMC. Navika, let's just break this down once again. Let's just break this down once again, Navika, for our viewers. What are we reporting here? We are reporting a circle of commission. A circle of commission beginning from an individual who's tainted into the company that was at one point run by Mamata Banerjee's nephew, Abhishek Banerjee, who's a member of parliament, accepting 1.15 crores in commission. Now, Navika, there is another link that ties up the individual that we are talking about, R.K. Modi, to Abhishek Banerjee, and that person is Ashok Tulsian, a chartered accountant. Why don't you just talk us a little bit about his role before we play out that sequence between you and Ashok Tulsian when you tried to contact him earlier?
Well, here are the documents. Here is where Ashok Kumar Tulsian actually comes in. Ashok Kumar Tulsian is the auditor of Leaps and Bounds Private Limited. Here he has signed in, here, right here, A.K. Tulsian, Ashok Tulsian and Associates, and this is the address, Swastik Center, P8 Charangi Square, 4th floor, Kolkata, Ashok Kumar Tulsian. He is also a shareholder, and look at the shares that he has. Ashok Kumar Tulsian, 1,57,318 shares. Ashok Kumar Tulsian, as a Hindu United Family, has again another 11,720 shares. Judicious Consultants, a company owned by Ashok Kumar Tulsian, we presume, because it's the same address, P8 Charangi Charangi Square, Swastik Center, 4th floor. Yes. It has another 1,21,741 shares. Pratik Tulsian, his son of Ashok Kumar Tulsian, another 2 lakh shares with him. Srimati Sheila Tulsian, the wife of Ashok Kumar Tulsian, also has 70,938 shares. Yes. So between the family and the two companies that they have, Vidrik Reality as well as Judicious Consultants, because Vidrik Reality is also at the same address, P8 Charangi Square, Swastik Center, 4th floor, that has about 3,1,440 shares. Between them, this entire shareholding works out to 35% of Raj Kishore Modi's company, Green Tech IT City, where Raj Kishore Modi and Uday Modi are also shareholders, but 35% of this company, and Vedic Reality, another company owned by Raj Kishore Modi, also has shares, but 35% of these shares are with Ashok Kumar Tulsian, the auditor of Leaps and Bounds, Abhishek Banerjee's company. Why is it Abhishek Banerjee's company? Because these are the documents that show Leaps and Bounds, Abhishek Banerjee.
Right.
director, promoter, and this is the signature of Abhishek Banerjee in 2012 April, where Abhishek Banerjee had signed this.
Well,
and
you spoke...
Raj Kishore Modi, Ashok Kumar Tulsian and Abhishek Banerjee, it's a triumvirate, and Abhishek Banerjee's family lives in the house of the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, and they hold the shareholding of leaps and bounds from that address, because those addresses again given here.
Yeah.
This is the address, 30B Harish Chatterjee Street, Lata Banerjee, director since April 2012, Amit Banerjee, director since 2nd January 2014, and Rujira Banerjee, August 2014. All of them reside at 30B Harish Chatterjee Street, and all these are the only 3 active directors on the company that's Leaps and Bounds board.
Now you have tried to speak with Ashok Tulsian. This is what really transpired. Let's play out that sequence. After that, you just must bring in some guests also. Let's just quickly play this.
Hello.
Hello? Is that Mr. Tulsian's number?
Yes.
Am I speaking with Mr. Ashok Tulsian?
Yes.
Good morning, sir. This is Navika Kumar and I'm calling from Times Now.
Yes.
Mr. Tulsian, I have a few questions for you. I just wanted to ask you, are you the auditor of Mr. Abhishek Banerjee's firm Leaps and Bounds?
See, I don't reply. This is my all professional things. I don't reply about any of the professional clients to anybody.
But I have some documents where your signatures are there. I'm just confirming it.
Might be there. Whatever you want to pursue it. I don't.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me that you are also a director on Green Tech Cities company?
All evasive. One says that we'll call you back. The other one says can't remember. The third one says can't discuss. On the open line, on phone, where we respect his right to perhaps approach us in some other form and shape, and I just hope he does so, because he must now be watching this expose. Navika, I just want to quickly go across to Mr. Rajagopalan, senior journalist, also with us, Shazia Elmi of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and Syed Shah Atif Ali Qadri, sympathizer of the TMC. Let's just quickly get a quick reaction. Shazia Elmi, are you at all surprised by what we are putting out? Because for long you have been asking, or at least your party has been demanding answers from the TMC on 2 other scandals. Now Bhatija Gate or Commission Gate has hit the TMC.
Well, I'm not surprised in the least. After we saw all the big names in the Sharda scam and then the Narada tapes, and then in Rose Valley, there were barely any TMC leaders who could defend themselves and talk about probity. But here we have Mamata Banerjee's own nephew, and let me also tell you, this is not a nephew who's not involved in political work. He runs a parallel organization of youth wing of Trinamool Congress, Trinamool Party, which is actually, the actual outfit is run by Suvendu. Mamata Banerjee does not like the Yuva wing of her own party because Suvendu exercises influence. So this nephew of hers actually is politically very active. He is Amit Banerjee's son, Mamata Banerjee's real brother, and he actually runs a parallel outfit and exercises considerable influence politically. So I don't know with what face Mamata Banerjee can stand up to anybody or face the people of West Bengal and talk about probity or question either the Central Intelligence Agencies, CBI or Enforcement Directorate, because now the nexus between her own party, her own nephew, her own house, literally this as prince of her own family, and a tainted man such as Raj Kishore Modi, who has actually gone, who has been arrested earlier. So I really don't know with what face Mamata Banerjee can defend herself and say that she is above.
Mr. Qadri, you seem to be very amused. Let me tell you, after this the TMC is not going to be amused. Mr. Qadri,
let her complete.
It's a very serious matter. Your cheeky grins are not going to help here. You need to come clean. You need to, if you have I think you should be calling upon the party that you're sympathetic to come out clean. This is a trail that is leading straight up to the Chief Minister's door. In Narada and Sarada, it was only a suspicion. Here, the nephew is invited, taint right in. So, this is not a laughing matter.
Rahul, let me
Don't
come
smirk.
in, then Qadri can reply.
No, Mr. Rahul, if you don't let me
Rahul, let
speak,
me
then
come
how
in, then
can I
Qadri
speak?
can reply,
मैं
both
मुंह
of
से बात
us.
करूंगा ना, तो just let me open my mouth.
No, Qadri Sahab will wait for my questions to you. Qadri Sahab, you wait for my questions. Rahul is a great revelation. By times now, Rahul team and Navika team, congratulations to you as a journalist. I am complimenting you. Number one. Number two, it is becoming murkier and murkier. The dubious deeds of Mamata Banerjee has been exposed.
It's become the
Mamata
Maharani of
Banerjee's dubious
Bhrashtachar.
role has been exposed. Now it is going to come in the parliament tomorrow by BJP and even by CPM MPs. What Mr. Qadri is going to reply to that?
Mr. Qadri,
Trinamool Congress stands for
मैं बता रहा हूँ, I'm telling you,
It is a murkier one. No one can defend this.
Mr. Qadri,
Qadri cannot defend
Mr.
this.
Qadri, the simple question is, Mr. Qadri, मैं आपसे सवाल बहुत डायरेक्ट पूछूं. Let me ask you, Mr. Qadri, that there is a triangle. There is a triangle. Mr. Qadri, listen to this. Yes, Mr. Qadri, listen to this. There is a triangle. There is Abhishek Banerjee, who is the director of a company called Leaps and Bounds. He has a chartered accountant, Ashok Kumar Tulsian, and that chartered accountant not only pays money as a director in Green Tech IT City to Abhishek Banerjee, he also owns 35% of Raj Kishore Modi's company Green Tech IT City. I want to ask you a direct company. Is Mr. Ashok Kumar Tulsian a front for Abhishek Banerjee as an owner of Raj Kishore Modi's company, a man who Mamata Banerjee wanted in jail and a man who Mamata Banerjee wanted the NIA to investigate? Respond to that.
Yeah, I'm responding, but before that, I would like to tell you that I should be allowed to speak. If anybody interferes, then I cannot speak. First of all, I would like to congratulate your channel for one thing, that from 6:30 onwards, you are like, just a minute. Yeah, I'm congratulating your channel from 6:30 onwards that you are entertaining your people. आप हमें बहुत entertain कर रहे हैं by showing this kind of drama. Don't take it otherwise, it is nothing but a drama.
Come to the
What
main
you are
point.
showing from 6
Come to the main point. Don't go by this.
Gentleman is saying, who is just beside my screen, it is completely a drama what he said, that you have a media house, instead of showing the right things, instead of showing the truth, you are showing some drama to the people of this country.
Mr. Qadri, don't give us a lecture, sir. Don't give us a lecture on tendentious probabilities and improbabilities. Talk about the facts.
Please answer this question.
These are documents, these are not my documents. These are not cooked up by me.
Sir, speak
These
on
exist.
specifics.
Now speak on facts. If you want to speak on merit, then speak on merit. I'll give you 2 hours to speak on merit.
Shameful things. I cannot expect it from you. I cannot expect it, this kind of things from a journalist like you.
Really?
And now
what would you want me to do? Bury the story?
I think your cover
Is that the expectation?
Corruption.
Should I bury corruption stories? Should I bury stories about impropriety because they don't suit Mr. Qadri? Is that the expectation you have? Is that the kind of journalist you want us to be?
Mr. Rahul,
Supari taking journalists? Ridiculous. 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 What plan? What plan? There is a fact here.
Now tell me,
Contest the fact.
Now you say one thing.
Sir, if it is so much, if it is such rubbish, then why is Abhishek Banerjee not contacting the channel? Why is it that Mr. Tulsian says that cannot speak on the phone? Why is it that Ashok Kumar Modi has convenient amnesia?
But as you have contacted me, I will say my personal view. I am not representing anybody. I am just telling you my personal view, and my view is very clear that this is completely a drama. What is like showing.
You're so blinded, sir.
What's the drama? What's the drama? Arjun, let's show these documents to Mr. Qadri. Mr. Qadri. Mr. Qadri.
Oh, Qadri Sahab.
No, it is
Oh,
not.
देख लीजिए और भी document आ रहा है.
Mr. Qadri.
No, listen. If I come to your
Khadri, you are doing drama.
If I come to your son's wedding or if I come to your wedding anniversary, suppose for example, just answer.
This is not about some wedding invite. This is about an invitation to invest a crore and a quarter. 1 point. Sir, please don't trivialize this story. Sir, please don't trivialize this breaking news. This is of importance. Don't trivialize. Stop trivializing. We're going to take a short break. We're taking a short break. Mamata Banerjee's fresh visuals are coming out from Bagdodra. We will come back to this story in just a few moments. Navika Kumar is going to take us through the sequence. We'll play out the reactions. We're coming right back. Don't go away.
Well, on my table are the entire contents of the big investigation that we've done into Trinamool Congress's Member of Parliament Abhishek Banerjee. Abhishek Banerjee also happens to be the nephew of Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of West Bengal. Look at these income tax details. Form 26AS in 2012-2013 shows Green Tech IT City, the real estate company, donating, in fact, as commissions 1.15 crore rupees to Abhishek Banerjee's company Leaps and Bounds. Why do we call it Abhishek Banerjee's company? That's simply because Leaps and Bounds Form 32 shows Leaps and Bounds Private Limited. Abhishek Banerjee is the owner and he is the director promoter, and his signature in 2012 right here and dated the 5th day of April 2012. This is Abhishek Banerjee. He resides at 30B Harish Chatterjee Street, Kolkata. This is also the address of Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of West Bengal. This is right here. So the address is Mamata Banerjee's Chief Minister of West Bengal's house, where the company Leaps and Bounds is registered, and Leaps and Bounds gets a payment of 1.15 crore from Green Tech IT City. And who is Green Tech IT City? Green Tech IT City belongs to a man called Rajkishore Modi. Rajkishore Modi, Uday Modi is his son, Vedic Reality is his company. He's a man who's accused of land grab. He's a man who has cases of attempts to murder against him. And in 2009, it was Mamata Banerjee who demanded that Rajkishore Modi not only be arrested, but be investigated by the National Investigation Agency, the NIA. This man, Rajkishore Modi, also has other people who are joint holders of shares in his company's Green Tech IT City. And the man Ashok Kumar Tulsian, who owns shares, 35% of shares through his companies, his family, Sheila Tulsian, his wife, Pratik Tulsian, his son, Ashok Kumar Tulsian himself, Ashok Kumar Tulsian, HUF, Judicious Consultants Limited, Vidrik Reality Limited, all of these together own 35% shares in Green Tech IT City. And who is Ashok Kumar Tulsian? Well, surprise, surprise, he is the auditor of Leaps and Bounds. Leaps and Bounds is a company that's owned by Abhishek Banerjee, Mamata Banerjee's nephew, and he is the auditor of that company. The question we are asking tonight is Ashok Kumar Tulsian a front for Abhishek Banerjee? Is Abhishek Banerjee controlling 35% of Green Tech IT City through his chartered accountant Ashok Kumar Tulsian, who's also his auditor of his company Leaps and Bounds? The questions tonight are very simple. Harish Chatterjee Street, the address where these companies are operating from, Leaps and Bounds is operating from, is the address of Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister of West Bengal. Should she be answerable for this? Mr. Kadri, still with us. Let me try and go back to him. Mr. Kadri, the question is, will Mamata Banerjee come clean on the fact that a company that's operating from her residence has got money from a man who's accused of an attempt to murder, of arson and other allegations against him, a man who's been in jail for 75 days, a man whose arrest was recommended and demanded by Mamata Banerjee himself? Breaking news coming in at this moment. Tamal Saha, our correspondent in West Bengal, has been summoned by the Kolkata police. That is the latest coming in. Tamal Saha has been summoned by the Kolkata police, and Rahul Shivshankar, editor-in-chief, joining me live from the newsroom in Mumbai. Rahul, just because we are exposing a story that shows links of Abhijit Banerjee and even Mamta Banerjee's address to monies that could have come in from Green Tech IT City, which is Raj Kishore Modi's company, already a reporter being called in by the Kolkata police.
Yes, I don't want to immediately draw that parallel, but it's really, really strange, Navika, that just a few moments before, in fact, we went on air at 1800 hours, Tamal Sahu, who just spoke to me a few moments ago, is very rattled. He said that I got a call from the police, and the police said, be here at 1800 hours, we want to question you. And he asked the police officer, what is the reason? He said, I can't tell you the reason, you better be here. It could be anyone, for that matter. But then they sent him this. It's a notice. It says, officer in charge, Shakespeare Sarani Police Station, Kolkata Police, 34A, Shakespeare Sarani, Kolkata 700017, to Mr. Tamal Saha, reporter Times Now, Shanti Niketan Building, 14th floor, 8 Kamak Street, Kolkata 700017, which is the office address, in the matter of an inquiry. What inquiry? No one knows. It says, with reference to the above, you are hereby requested to come to Shakespeare Sarani Police Station today, 31/07/2017 and 1800 hours, and see S.I.H. Dalapati of Shakespeare Sarani Police Station. Sub-Inspector H. Dalapati is the person who is supposed to be meeting for the purpose of carrying out an inquiry. What is the reason for the inquiry? No one knows, Anand. No one has any clue. It hasn't been, in fact, told to us. All we can tell you is that there is a summons suddenly for our reporter Tamal Saha. Now, Tamal is not somebody who has actually broken the law. It is the individuals, perhaps, who have accepted cash from dubious sources that need to answer. Let's bring in Tamal. Tamal, this is a very curious twist. It's an intriguing twist, and it smacks of underhandedness. And I just want you to elaborate a little bit on the nature of this very, very surprising turn of events, which is a bit sinister.
Well, that's right, Rahul. We have been working on this story for some time now, and as I've been telling, there was a sense that these people who are involved in this matter, they were getting that we are investigating something. It was quite strange. At 5:35 this evening, I get a call from the land number of Shakespeare Sarani Police Station, and the person concerned told me that, Tamal, you need to be here at 6 o'clock this evening, and you need to meet the OC Shurojit Chakraborty. I did tell him that I have a live lined up at 6 in the evening. I cannot show up. He said, you have to come, just come for a couple of minutes, but you need to come. I did try finding out as what is the matter, because I have not done anything wrong, to which there was no response. He said that he doesn't know, he isn't aware of it, and he only kept on murmuring the same thing, that I need to be there at 6 o'clock. It was even more strange, Rahul. At exactly 5:50 this evening, I saw a police officer coming down to our office and handing over this notice to me, and this notice clearly once again reiterates that I need to be at Shakespeare Sarani Police Station at 1600 hours without mentioning the reason for this summon. It's an official summon which has been sent to me. I tried figuring out from senior police officers as what could be the matter, the possible matter, but then they are also clueless. So what really prompted Shakespeare Sarani Police Station to go ahead and send me a notice? As you can see, Rahul, there is a stamp of officer in charge, Shakespeare Sarani Police Station, Kolkata 17. And I had to sign a received copy, so I don't know what is the matter. And had this been anything to do with me as an individual?
Tamal, what time did you get the call? Tamal, this is Anand here. Can you hear me?
To my place, to my house.
Tamal, at what time did you get that? What time did you receive the call, yes, and what time did you receive the summons?
Well, I received the call at 5:35 this evening, exactly 5:35 this evening, and 10-15 minutes later, this is the summon which was sent to me, physically handed over to me by one of the officers from Shakespeare Sarani Police Station.
So Rahul, 25 minutes before we break the story,
was 5:50,
and 10 minutes before he's supposed to go live on the story, the big exclusive this Monday, comes the call and the summons.
Anand, look, we can read many motives into all of this, but I can tell you, and Navika is privy to this, and we did raise apprehensions earlier. We got the sense over the last 2 or 3 days that we were under observation. Now, this is not the first time, Navika, and you can bear me out on this one. I'm going to try and get the research out also very quickly, that journalists have actually been targeted, locked up, or perhaps in some way or the other incriminated under Mamta Banerjee's watch. We have seen critical editors, journalists, etc., suffering consequences far worse than a notice that has been sent out to Tamal. Now, I hope that this doesn't lead to any action, Navika, but the foreboding in the words here, the fact that they haven't revealed, I mean, surely any police officer would tell you why you are required to be summoned. It's not a small matter when the police suddenly pick up the phone, send you a notice and say, come.
Well, is this an attempt at intimidation, Rahul? That's the straightforward question that we'd like to ask the Kolkata police. Is this an attempt at intimidation? Do you have a specific query on which a summon is being issued to our reporter Tamal Saha? Is there a personal issue? Is there an official issue? Is this something that's leading to intimidation? And of course, where is the Free Speech Brigade?
Yes,
will the Free Speech Brigade come out now and ask the question, why
here in
is
my hand,
a media
Navika,
reporter being hounded
December
even
24th.
before a story is
2016, and I'm quoting a very well-known Indian magazine called India Today, and they had said, Anand, if you see this, if the central government is using central agencies and forces in Bengal, as the state government keeps claiming, is using its machinery to investigate Narada sting operation, what can be explained as a TMC versus BJP battle. Both central and state investigative agencies are tightening the news in various cases against each other, whether the party is in power. Kolkata police has issued a 4th lookout notice against Matthew Samuel, the CEO of Narada News, and another notice has also been issued against Amita Majumdar, a social activist. Controversial Narada sting operation which surfaced just ahead of West Bengal assembly elections, purportedly showing several Trinamool Congress leaders. An IPS officer immediately ordered a probe into the sting operation. The police registered an FIR against Matthew Samuel on the 18th June 2016. So this is a regime which doesn't really tread softly.
Yes, and
against
Tamal is there, Rahul. Tamal faced a certain level of intimidation, although not directly as a summons, even when we were pursuing justice for Sonika. Tamal, take us through that. It is not the first time that Times Now and you have faced a certain level of intimidation or trying to influence you into back off from the story. When questions were being asked of the local leaders before Mamata Banerjee stepped in and said form the SIT, there was a high level of pressure and intimidation that was exerted.
But that's right, Anand, just not in the case of Sonika Chauhan, but even in the past in 2014 when Times Now broke the story of Trinetra, as how Trinetra as a company had been funding Trinamool Congress and how this money was also, as a liquid money had gone to leaps and bounds. That story was broken by Times Now. Even that point in time, I did receive calls from unknown number. It would reflect as unknown or a private number, and of course there would be a lot of things would be told over phone. But then we did do our job and we are still doing our job.
Well, Tamal, there's nothing unknown about this summons. It comes from SI Sub-Inspector H. Dalapati of the Shakespeare Sarani Police Station. It's right there, here in these notices, and we have to touch base with Dalpati. That's exactly what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and connect with this police station, seek a reaction from SI Sub-Inspector H. Dalapati. But Navika, what really sticks out here is the timing. It's happening on the day we are breaking the story, 31/7, and look at the time, 1800 hours. Now we know that usually if you do summon individuals, it is not supposed to be after dark. So here is a first violation in a sense, with regards to an investigating process. Now let me tell you that Tamal Saha is not a criminal on the run. He is a person who is gainfully employed in Times Now, who has been researching a story where the stakes are very high, and I think this is a panic reaction and an attempted intimidation, Navika, panic reaction on the part of the TMC, who realizes that the highest leaders in their party today could face heat over the next few days. I think, Navika, there are some reactions coming in which you would like to take.
Well, it's very clear, Tamal, that you've got these summons because for the last week or so you've been trying to investigate this entire matter. Tamal, let me go across to Mohammad Salim of the CPIM and Rahul Sinha of the BJP joining me on the phone line. Mr. Mohammad Salim, simple question to you. We here on Times Now had just exposed the link between Raj Kishore Modi, the owner of Vedic Village Green Tech IT City, whose companies are giving money to Mr. Abhishek Banerjee's company, and within minutes of doing that, our reporter Tamal Saha has been summoned by the Kolkata police. Do you see a connection between this story being revealed here on Times Now at 6 p.m. tonight and Tamal being summoned to the police station at the same time? Mr. Mohammad Salim, can you hear me?
I think we
try and reconnect with Mr. Mohammad Salim.
But
we have an audio problem with him.
Navika,
Rahul
more
Sena
reactions.
of the BJP also with us.
Navika, I think we're having a few audio issues. The line might be getting dropped because of bad weather. It's raining. But let me just tell you, we went once again to Mr. Ashok Tulsian's office. And this is the hostile reception we get there. The person who attended to our reporter was almost threatening in the manner in which he hushed us out of his office. This is a bunch of individuals who do not want to take questions. They're perhaps not even in the habit of taking questions. Just watch this sequence. It tells you the story in itself. Let's just watch that sequence.
Every time you approach a story, we try and give a fair chance to everyone, especially to the source of the story, to express their side of the matter. With that idea, we came down to this particular place, which is P8 Chaurangi Swastik Center, the 4th floor, and that is the office of Mr. Ashok Tulsian. As the name template says, Ashok Tulsian Associates, Chartered Accountant. He is the director in Green Tech IT City. He is also a director at Judicious Consultants Private Limited, Vedika Foundation, and apart from that there are multiple other companies. He's there on board as a director. Interestingly, he's the same person who is also the auditor of Leaps and Bounds, a company that was started by Abhishek Banerjee, Trinamool Congress MP, and Mamata Banerjee's nephew. Now, while we came down here approaching the security person, asking him if we would be allowed to meet Mr. Ashok Tulsian, he categorically said that Mr. Tulsian last Saturday had given a standing instruction to the security people and everyone in the office not to speak to media, that media people are not entertained at this very office. Why this restriction? Because for the past couple of days we had been doing this research on Leaps and Bounds where Abhishek Banerjee's name along with Ashok Tulsian's name have cropped up on multiple occasions, and thus possibly he has gotten a hunch that we are working on a story for which his side or his version would be important, and thus possibly has given this instruction. The fact that he has given this instruction indicates that he's trying to hide something. What is that he's trying to hide?
Well, Mr. Dilip Ghosh, BJP chief from West Bengal, with me on the phone line. Okay, we will try and go back to him. Clearly, Ashok Kumar Tulsian trying to keep our reporter away. Rahul, it's very clear that Ashok Kumar Tulsian does not want to answer the questions on how come he's the auditor of Mr. Abhishek Banerjee's company, and he is the 35% owner also of Raj Kishore Modi's company, a man who has murder charges against him, attempt to murder charges.
A notice from the police summoning Tamal Saha. Now, I just want to go straight across to Tamal. Tamal, you met this individual, at least you attempted to meet this individual, this link between Abhishek Banerjee and this dubious investor. Now, this happened presumably earlier in the day, and perhaps these individuals have got wind of the fact that Times Now is going to be breaking this big story. They must have seen our tweets, and now it seems that the police, jittery as they perhaps are, under orders, are summoning you. Can you just explain the sequence now? When did exactly you go to Tulsian's office? What time was that? And then, of course, the notice that you got from the cops.
Well, Rahul, we went to Ashok Tulsian's office at around 2:30 this afternoon. We stayed put there for almost half an hour, even more, and we left his office around 3:15. And in this entire 45 minutes period, we were trying to pursue the security person to let us go in, or at least take my card inside to Mr. Ashok Tulsian, who was there present. I did see his car, his luxurious car parked outside the office, and he apparently has given a standing instruction to all his office bearers and also to the security people that no media person should be entertained. In fact, the security person spoke to me in a very intimidating tone. He said, you have to leave, you're not supposed to be standing here, you're not allowed to stand here, and all this even without asking any question to Mr. Ashok Tulsian. And of course, had I been given a chance to meet him, I would have definitely asked him a direct question as what is the connection between he and Mr. Abhishek Banerjee, who is a Trinamool Congress MP, as whether he is the director of Leaps and Bounds and whether he is also, he is the auditor of Leaps and Bounds.
Okay, Tamal, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I have Mr. Babul Supriyo, Minister of State for Heavy Industries, joining me on the phone line. Mr. Babul Supriyo, minutes after Times Now has broken the story of the links between Rajkishore Modi and Mamata Banerjee's nephew Abhishek Banerjee, who's got a 1.15 crore commission from Rajkishore Modi's company, and he is also a director living in the house of Mamata Banerjee, so indirectly the link to the Chief Minister as well. We've got a summon. In fact, our reporter in Kolkata has got a summon from the police station in the area where he is. Mr. Babul Supriyo, do you think this is an attempt to intimidate the reporter of Times Now who's been following this story?
Look, this is not only a case of intimidation, I would say criminal investigation, criminal intimidation, number one. Number two, it is not an attempt, or it is not, it is likely that or indirectly related to Mamata Banerjee's home address, and therefore the Chief Minister might be indirectly related. It's all directly related to Mamata Banerjee, the Honorable Chief Minister. And trust me, on Abhishek Banerjee, about a month back, I had sent some tweets wherein I had clearly mentioned that it's Thanda coal, because he's been taking money from the coal mafia from my constituency. And, it's just their arrogance or high-handedness of power has gone to a level where they think that they will be able to gag the media in a manner where after dark, as we all know that after dark you normally don't summon people to the police station. After darkness they can do that. They cannot cite a reason or under which section they are calling a reporter, from a national news, reputed news channel, and they think that they can send a police officer to actually with the summon and get him to the police station at 6 o'clock when they are aware that something is probably going to break in at 6:30. It just shows of abuse of power, and it's stupid actually. It's foolish. A party in power or people who are intelligent will probably not get so blatant. It only shows that they're not thinking correctly, and the think tank is absolutely, they're completely shell-shocked with what you're showing on television. But the people of West Bengal, I'll tell you, are not surprised. They're all aware of it. Everyone knows which minister,
Mr. Babul Supriyo, the fact that there is a connection between Rajkishore Modi and Abhishek Banerjee, the nephew of Mamata Banerjee, does that surprise you, given the fact that in 2009 it was Mamata Banerjee who was demanding the arrest and investigation of Rajkishore Modi by the NIA? And this man has attempts to murder charges against him. He's been in jail for arson. Is that surprising that there are business links between Abhishek Banerjee's company and Rajkishore Modi?
Look, it's very simple, Narita. Trinamool came into power by employing and absorbing the criminals, the goons, which they called harmas at certain point of time, a very slang for goons. By employing those people, this person created a huge bureau somewhere close to the airport in that area, which is called Vedic Village. It's a very famous small bungalow kind of a society, and he created that fire, arson and a lot of things. And it was Mamata Banerjee who actually stood up and got the government, cornered the then CPIM government, and got him to be arrested. Now, in order to remain in power or to get into power, these are the goons that Trinamool Congress has absorbed in their party. Everyone knows, you ask anyone, everyone knows that Trinamool Congress is now a modified version or a more vicious version of CPIM. So I am not at all surprised, and it is not a surprise.
Well, Mr. Babul Supriyo, stay with me. Stay with me. I'm also joined by Mohammad Salim, Member of Parliament of the CPIM. Mr. Mohammad Salim, first let me ask you the question that are you surprised that Raj Kishore Modi's company is giving commission money to Abhishek Banerjee, the nephew of Mamata Banerjee, and when this money came into leaps and bounds, the company that Abhishek Banerjee was a director on, the director's address was Mamata Banerjee's residence at 30B Harish Chatterjee Street?
I'm not at all surprised. And you know, from the day the Abhishek Banerjee was interested in the politics, when Mamata Banerjee was railway minister, that's why this company was floated, and the name, of course, is leaps and bounds. That means to make the company profit, take leaps and bounds. And in thousands times it has grown without any official or any white transaction. It's a clandestine operation. Nobody knows about this company till now in Bengal, but the money transaction is there. And this is official. That's why it's we don't say it's a Mamata Banerjee or Abhishek Banerjee. It's a commission Banerjee now. The entire this Banerjee clan of Mamata Banerjee is now sustaining their growth on the basis of commissions. And Mamata Banerjee has fine-tuned this in an empire from the local corporate to these ministers and mayors. They all collect money and deposit it.
Mr. Mohammad Salim, Times Now revealed this story at 6 p.m. tonight, and at 5:35 our reporter Tamal Saha, who was investigating the links of this company with other companies, Tamal Saha gets summoned by the police inspector in the area, and do you find this a coincidence, or is this an attempt at intimidation?
It's not coincidence. It's just not coincidence. I'm not again surprised. This is the way Mamata's regime functions, and be the CID or West Bengal police or Kolkata police, they are not after the accused persons or criminals or rapists or corrupt people. They are out to defend the illegitimate activities of the Trinamool Congress leadership and the governmental apparatus, and at the same time go after journalists, political personalities, or even these honest citizens who are questioning. So Tamal is a collateral damage in this case, because you have exposed it. I congratulate your team, and the police have done exactly what they were asked to do by Mamata Banerjee's regime, so that browbeat everybody. No one should know the truth. Nobody should carry on this truth. And unfortunately, one point I have to also say, Babul Supriyo was before me talking to, and they always say as BJP's cases, it's like the CPIM, but he was not in politics when this Vedic village case came. And that time also people knew that how Mamata's people, Arabul and others, these Bhangar ruffians, Mamata was used, and Modi used it, Raj Kishore Modi, for expanding their empire, and Trinamool Congress in turn got the money.
So you're saying Mamata Banerjee getting money from Raj Kishore Modi started even at a time when Mamata Banerjee in 2009 was demanding his arrest, Mr. Mohammad Salim. In 2009, she wanted the NIA to investigate Mr. Raj Kishore Modi. Today, her nephew's company is taking commission money from the company of Mr. Raj Kishore Modi. Is that surprising?
At that time, Raj Kishore Modi was arrested, he was in jail, and Mamata Banerjee, being a central minister, never pursued that case, and that's how the blackmailers operate.
You're calling Mamata Banerjee a blackmailer, Mohammad Salim?
On the basis of that principle.
Are you calling Ms. Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of West Bengal, a blackmailer, Mr. Mohammad Salim?
I'm saying entire TMC empire runs on that principle of blackmailing, threatening, and coercing.
Okay, Navika, this is very important. This is very important. While the left has made a very strident allegation against Mamata Banerjee, I just want to draw your attention to a fact that has been brought to my notice by Mr. Chandra Bose. Mr. Chandra Bose, of course, is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's great-grandson, and he's come out and made a revelation, and I think he's there with us. Mr. Chandra Kumar Bose, you're obviously watching the broadcast because you have mentioned to me that your wife, Usha Menon Bose, used to work as the head of corporate communications in Vedic Village, and she was asked to leave by Raj Kishore Modi and Ashok Tulsian as you were contesting the assembly election on a BJP ticket from Bhawanipur against Mamata Banerjee. So quite clearly, sir, you're suggesting that they have been important in preserving the influence of Mamata Banerjee, also suggesting, of course, that there is no democracy in Bengal. Mr. Chandra Bose.
Yes, you see, when my name was announced to contest the assembly elections from the Bhawanipur constituency, Mr. Tulsian and Mr. Raj Kishore Modi summoned my wife to their office and asked them that whether her husband is contesting the assembly polls against the chief minister. So my wife stated that yes, he is. He is in politics. I am not. I work for the corporate world, and I've been in, I've been working for Times of India. I have my own career. I have nothing to do with politics. But Raj Kishore Modi and Mr. Tulsian stated that, you see, Mamata Banerjee is a very vindictive lady. She's a very vindictive person. If she comes to know that Chandra Bose's wife is working with Vedic Village, she would be revengeful. She might take action against us. So my wife was told to sit in the house for a month before the elections are over and then join back.
Well, Navika, stay on with me, Mr. Chandra Bose. This establishes once again some sort of a link, because why are these individuals so keen on defending the interests of Mamata Banerjee, Navika? This is an obvious question that is going to come up, and obviously on the back of what the police is doing, it just shows you the extent to which the state machinery and perhaps others have been co-opted to try and defend the interests of the TMC and the Chief Minister's personage herself. Navika.
That's right. In fact, Rahul, Tamal, our reporter in Kolkata's phones have been tapped. The fact that he's been doing research on this story, has been going and meeting various companies that have connections with Abhishek Banerjee's companies, are also being investigated. And now Chandra Bose really giving the link that Ashok Kumar Tulsian even gives people the warning that if you find out that there is any connection with BJP, then Mamata Banerjee will be vindictive. Clearly shows how closely he works with Mamata Banerjee, Abhishek Banerjee and the Trinamool Congress. Asking at this point the major question, Rahul, is Ashok Kumar Tulsian owns 35% of the shares in Raj Kishore Modi's company.
Absolutely, and
is
that's
there
what
a direct link? Is he a front for the Mamata Banerjee
hit the nail,
family?
Navika, on the head, and I want to bring in Mr. Mohammed Salim, a very respected, long-serving politician, a member of parliament in his own right. Tomorrow is going to be, once again, parliament in session. Mr. Mohammed Salim, are you going to raise this issue, this story, on the floor of the House? Because accountability is what is the need of the hour. Mr. Mohammed Salim.
Yes, of course I will try, but I know the color of parliament also, and I've failed to raise this issue of alchemist and then Narda and Sharda, you know, and how this ED is moving. So I don't have any faith in the central government also in this regard, because Modi Bhai Didi Bhai arrangement is such, Mamata Banerjee thinks someone is there is in Delhi to take care of her interest. So naturally nobody can touch. And you will see in this case also, I am just putting this challenge, how the ED and CBI will respond to this. We will demand it. I will try to raise it also, not only in the parliament, but on the streets also. The people, left people will be on the streets in Bengal, because this expose is a very great thing, because all this time we are telling about these corrupt practices. Now you have established the link directly between the wrongdoers in the business and the wrongdoers in politics.
Well, Mr. Mohammed Salim, the fact that Raj Kishore Modi, a man who is accused of attempt to murder, has business links, and these are commission payments that we've shown right here. Commission payments that have been made to Abhishek Banerjee's companies, 1.15 crore in 2012, 2013 when Abhishek Banerjee was the director. Doesn't this show a direct link between Raj Kishore Modi and Abhishek Banerjee? And when Abhishek Banerjee was the director, his address was listed as Mamata Banerjee's residence, 30B Harish Chatterjee Road. Isn't there a direct link to the family now, Mr. Mohammed Salim?
Yes, it's a direct link, and remember, in that point of time also, Abhishek Banerjee was a member of parliament. So he was not only the director of this company, he was a public servant also. And this company was floated, as repeatedly saying, this Lips and Bound company was floated when Mamata Banerjee became railway minister to work as a commission agent. Whoever is going to take the order, whoever is going to file these tenders, whoever is going to seek appointment from Mamata Banerjee, this company will find its in records how they have earned money out of this. And in this case also, this Rajkishore Modi was in tight position. So Mamata Banerjee became chief minister when our case was established in earlier days. Now the person who was with CPIM, Razzaq Mullah, now he is in his cabinet, Mamata Banerjee in her cabinet, Mamata in his cabinet. And that time that accusation came that there is some link between this Vedic village and the land reform minister, Razzaq Mullah. So now the whole circuit comes together that the business interest of Rajkishore Modi, political interest of Trinamool Congress, and this commission is all his inner circle.
Well, let me also get in Mr. Chandra Bose. Mr. Chandra Bose, you've had interaction with Ashok Kumar Tulsian. Do you find it surprising that Ashok Kumar Tulsian, who has a 35% stake in Rajkishore Modi's company Green Tech IT City, is he a front for Abhishek Banerjee, who resides at the same address as Mamata Banerjee? Is there a direct link that can be drawn?
Well, Ashok Kumar Tulsian actually Ashok Tulsian called my wife to the office and said that actually he has links with many TMC leaders. Derek O'Brien, I understand he does the accounts. He is the chartered accountant for Derek O'Brien as well. Now, he is a very shrewd accountant who manipulates accounts. He has been doing accounting for people who manipulate accounts, who steal money. So there is a direct link with the TMC leaders, with crooks in the realty business. Now, my wife was not aware that Vedic Village is, kind of the people who own Vedic Village. They have close links with, TMC leaders who are into stealing money, avoiding taxation. So these are crooks in disguise. You know, they hold respectability in society, but actually these companies are nothing but just hoodlums, and they are front companies for most of the TMC leaders. And it is now established that it was Abhishek Banerjee who might have instructed Ashok Tulsian to sack my wife, Usha Benin Bose. She was without a job for over a year. We had to run from pillar to post to get another job. And no one would even offer her a job because of my contesting the elections against Mamata Banerjee. Is this democracy in West Bengal? She has her own career. She has nothing to do with politics. But because she was my wife, she could not.
Well, it's very clear that questions need to be asked on whether Ashok Kumar Tulsian, who's a 35% owner in Rajkishore Modi's company, is a front for Abhishek Banerjee. Is that the real thing? Let me go across to Rahul Shivshankar, who's still with us. Yes, Rahul.
Navika, at this moment, let's quickly take a quick recap of the story that we have broken. Massive shockwaves running through the polity today evening at 6 p.m. times now, who had accessed documents which clearly show investments made by a shady individual who is under investigation by the name of Modi, R.K. Modi, who has invested in Abhishek Banerjee's company. Some people are calling it a commission for what reason we don't know, but 1.15 crore invested in Abhishek Banerjee's company by this individual who Mamata Banerjee actually wanted persecuted, but strangely her nephew accepts this money as commission of 1.15 crores. There is another individual, Ashok Tulsian. Ashok Tulsian happens to be an auditor in Mamata Banerjee's nephew's company and a director in this notorious individual's company. And both of them are linked because of their designations. Documents are very much available and can be taken for scrutiny by anyone concerned. The fact of the matter now is, will the TMC answer? Will the TMC come out and explain this seemingly cozy connection between these individuals, this triumvirate which is aligned, and we will just put out the flow chart, Navika. This cozy connection that is aligned in a way which raises several questions, not the least, of course, of the reasons why commissions were being accepted by Mamata Banerjee's nephew, whose company, in fact, is active even today and has investments from several other individuals cutting across various different businesses, not just one particular sector, but a sector that's diverse from potatoes to airlines. This investigation will continue. We're taking a short break. Navika Kumar will be back with more. I'll be back with more. Stay with us. Don't go away.
Tonight, is Didi's Bhatija in big trouble? Will CM Mamta probe her own? Watch the debate on the News Hour at 9.
Two explosive, super exclusive, special breaking edition tonight. Agenda setting Monday edition. Watch India up front with Rahul Shivshankar tonight at 8 p.m.
Big breaking news coming in. TMC completely feigning ignorance after the expose. TMC's Saugata Rai, when he was contacted, says it's all about conspiracy. Let's listen into Saugata Rai, what he had to say when Times Now approached him on a reaction on this big breaking news about the links between Rajkishore Modi and Abhishek Banerjee, Mamata Banerjee's nephew.
Times Now is in possession of some documents which show that a person by the name of Mr. Rajkishore Modi, a businessman whom Mamata ji had protested against, her own nephew Abhishek Banerjee, and he are now part of the same company. He has
I do not know about this.
Company.
I think it's a wrong allegation. I do not know anything else about it.
All right, and joining me this evening is Shahid Siddiqui, senior journalist. Mr. R. Rajagopalan still with me. Also with me is Saeed Shah, Atif Ali Qadri and Shatroop Ghosh, leader of the CPIM. But first let me go across to former top cop of West Bengal, joining me on the phone line, Nazrul Islam. Mr. Nazrul Islam, do you find it surprising that within minutes of Times Now exposing the links between Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of West Bengal's nephew Abhishek Banerjee, and a man, Rajkishore Modi, who has been alleged to have links with arson as well as attempt to murder charges against him, a man who has been under arrest, we get a summon. Our reporter Tamal Saha gets a summon from the Kolkata police.
Yes, this Mamata Banerjee government is using the police in a very partisan way as an instrument of the ruling party. And they are doing what they should not do. In this case, I don't know exactly, but in the Matthew Samuel case, when the Calcutta police started the case, all the section there was non-cognizable except one. But the description which Srimati Ratna Chatterjee, wife of the minister and Mayor Shobhan Chatterjee gave, there is no ingredient of that
But
section.
can the reporter be summoned at 6 p.m. after dark? Can the reporter, without listing any charges, without listing any sections, be summoned after 6 p.m.?
No. You have to, there should be an allegation of cognizable offense. They should start a case, then they can call.
Okay. No such allegation has been made. Thank you very much for joining me, Mr. Islam. I have to get in Mr. Shahid Siddiqui. Mr. Shahid Siddiqui, just as we are showing and exposing the links between Abhishek Banerjee, Mamata Banerjee's nephew, and Rajkishore Modi, a man who's facing attempt to murder charges and arson charges against him, do you find it absolute intimidation when the Kolkata police summons our reporter within minutes of this expose?
No, it's very clear the way they are gone after your reporter, that they are guilty and they are trying to hide their own crimes. And this time you have caught them with their hand in the till and Mamata Banerjee, of course, her family is now directly involved in this case of corruption. And Mamata Banerjee, who came to power in the name of, probity and honesty and pro-poor image, is now totally exposed today as a thoroughly corrupt political leader. And not only her, all her party members, ministers.
What discussion will be done, that I do not know. Police has called, it is up to police. But if he has not done any mistake, then why is he scared of police station? He should attend police station. He should go to police for talking to them. He is not guilty. Why is not visiting police station? Why not? He can open his camera and speak to police. No issue. He has camera. Everybody, the people of India will.
Well,
this is not so simple.
Well, you are trying to simplify the whole issue, but the issue here is of intimidation of the media. When the media is asking questions, Mr. Shatroop Ghosh, do you think this is intimidation of media or not?
See,
See, of course, in strongest possible words, we would condemn the way the government is trying to use the police to blackmail and the media and to stop the media from showing what is truth. See, in Indian politics for the last 70 years, we have seen in so many cases that thieves are getting shelter in one or the other political party. But you know, a bunch of thieves coming together to form a political party of their own was something that we could never imagine that we would ever end up seeing, and that is something that TMC has shown us. Here the corruption, and I would just like to remind you that against Mr. Abhishek Banerjee, the Honourable Member of Parliament, this is not the first time that an incident of corruption is being reported. His name has been getting involved in corruption for the last 3-4 years since the time
Mr. Shatrup Ghosh, we will continue to follow this story here and continue to raise this issue. It's coming up on the upfront on the other side. Right now, I need to take a short break. Thank you very much for joining me here on this big broadcast where we are bringing to you non-stop TMC Commission Gate. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the hashtag. Please send us your tweets and we'll take your tweets on our show tonight. This issue on the upfront as well as on the news hour at 9 p.m. We'll take a short break. Much more on the other side.
Times Now mega investigation. Is Didi's Bhatija in big trouble? Paid over 1 crore as commission. Will CM Mamta probe her own? Watch India Upfront with Rahul Shivshankar tonight at 8.
It's a massive Times Now expose, another big satrap unmasked as your channel reveals Mamta's investment or Mamta's nephew's investment in taint. Undeniable payment trail of papers on Times Now. It's all there in black and white. Mamta's nephew and TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee's company received payments from a tainted and convicted, rather arrested realtor Raj Kishore Modi that Didi wanted behind bars. Times Now exposes stuns Mamta into silence while her Bhatija and party MP Abhishek Banerjee refuses to answer questions. It's a brazen attempt to intimidate Times Now. Kolkata police summons Times Now reporter Tamal Saha just moments before the big expose. The opposition jumps into corner. Mamta, left and BJP demand answers from West Bengal Chief Minister. Promised to raise issue in Parliament. Rains displace and drown people in Gujarat, but Congress MLAs stay put in a luxury resort, party the nights away, while Aam Aadmi struggles. They get ready for a mega bash tonight.
राष्ट्रीय जनता दल की तरफ से अनेकों बार आपत्तिजनक बयान आए जो गठबंधन धर्म के बिल्कुल विपरीत।
Modi can't be defeated in 2019, says Nitish Kumar, as he tears into Lalu and his party, accuses them of backing and promoting taint. Very good evening. Times Now expose on TMC Commission Gate has created ripples in political corridors. Times Now has accessed a series of documents that link Mamta Banerjee's nephew Abhishek Banerjee to a tainted realtor. The documents suggest that Abhishek Banerjee's company Leaps and Bounds Private Limited received payments from an individual named Raj Kishore Modi, who is under investigation from criminal activities including land grabbing and attempt to murder. Ironically, it was Mamta Banerjee who had staged a spirited protest in 2009 demanding the arrest of Raj Kishore Modi in connection with the above allegations, but the Chief Minister is now silent on the taint that has reached her doorstep. Instead, the state police tried to muzzle the voice of our correspondent Tamal Saha. In fact, as we speak, he is being asked to present himself before the authorities